Hi guys, welcome to the banking workshops. In this workshops, I'm talking about the SBI PO. So be with me for the next few minutes. I'll walk you through everything you need to know about the SBI. Alright, so now there are three phases in the SBI PO program. So this video talks in detail about the phase 1 regarding everything, what is going to be the cutoff, what is going to be the syllabus. So everything is going to be covered up in this workshop. Yep. Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about the phase 1, which is a preliminary round of the SBI PO. So first we'll have a preliminary round, then they will select a few students for the phase 2. We'll be going for the phase 2 and then phase 3. So there's a 3-phase program. In this video, I'm going to mainly focus on the phase 1 of the process. So this is a phase 1. There's one change in the phase 1 now. What they've done is they've added maths. Earlier SBI PO there was no maths, but now they've added a section on maths as well. So this is going to be the main problem for most of students. So 100-mark paper will be there. So 30 question on English, 35 question on maths, and 35 question on logic. Fine. There's another video which talks about the details of every section. So I wanted to go through that video as well. But in this video, I'm going to keep it to the high level. What is it? So 1 mark per question. So 1 hour paper. You have to do 100 questions in 60 minutes. So you don't have time at all. So you have hardly got 30 seconds to 35 seconds per question. So this is purely going to check the speed, how fast you can solve. Yep. So this is the main the section 1 which is there. So it's just like a screening. They want to share out the people whom they don't think are eligible for the exam. For example, as of today, now there are almost 20,000 people applying for SBI PO. Yeah, out of 20,000 people, obviously half of them are just doing time pass. They're not prepared. They're just coming for the time pass. So they'd want them to be out in round 1 only. So round 1 is basically to shun out all the people who are not serious. And if you are watching this video, so obviously this means you are serious about the preparation. Fine. So this is your phase 1, which is going to be there. Alright, so now we'll talk about individual section wise, how much scoring is going to be for every section. Alright, so this is my expectation that this time there will be total 30 mark of verbal ability. Out of them, RC is going to be 15, 1 set, fill in the blanks 5 set of in the blanks, 5 set parajumbles, close passages 5 question, vocab 5 question, grammar 5 question. So total 30 mark paper is going to be there from the verbal ability section. Yeah, that's going to be section number 1. Now, for example, if you're planning to join my shortcut workshops, in this shortcut workshop, along with the shortcuts, I'm going to talk about the mock taking strategies as well. That how to strategize yourself so that you can clear the cutoff. For example, one very simple example. RC, there are going to be 5 questions. I wanted to avoid RC. Do not touch RC at all. First of all, you cannot solve 100 questions in 60 minutes, obviously. Fine. Your target should be 60 to 70 question attempt. That's the max you can go. Okay. So look at the time you take for vocab and time taken for RC. Vocab is a 10-second job, 20-second job. Vocab का word का meaning अगर मालूम है तो you can solve, otherwise you can't solve. Fine, it's a 10 to 20-second job which you can do this question in. Alright, so focus mainly on vocab so that we can easily score more marks. Fine, out of 30 questions, your target attempt should be 20. So 20 out of 30 is your target attempt in this section, which you have to do if you want to score more marks. Alright, so if you're planning to join us, we have a shortcut for everything. For example, we have shortcut for RC, fill in the blanks, vocab, grammar, close passages. So we are going to cover up all these things as a shortcut in our online program. If you're planning to join us, every lecture will be recorded and will be available online. So you can see the recording 24 hours, morning, evening, whatever time you want to see the recording, you can see that recording. Yep, so that program you can join. Alright, the main problem is the logic section in SBI PO exam because everyone is good in logic. I've not seen any student in India who is weak in logic. Everyone in Indian is a good in logic. Fine, so logic is one area. Fine, and cutoff is normally higher for the logic section as well. So there will be 35 questions in the logic section. So I assume the distribution might be 5 questions for everything. So arrangement 5 questions, coding decoding 5, critical reasoning 5, syllogism 5, analogies, input output, and visual reasoning. So total 35 mark ka paper will be there. Fine, if you're planning to join us, we have a shortcut workshop for each of these areas. For example, syllogism. Average time taken to for syllogism is 1 minute. We are going to give you a shortcut in which you can solve syllogism ka question in 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Same for input output. Input output, step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't know if you've gone through that. Will take you at least 1 minute per question. We will bring down the cycle time to 30 seconds per question. See, why I'm talking about the seconds now, because end of the day it's a speed game. Fine. SBI PO, especially the round 1, is purely about speed, because in 60 minutes we have to solve 100 questions. So on an average we have got 35 seconds per question. Yep. Average attempt is going to be around 30 to 35 out of 100 for everyone. And if you are able to touch 50 plus, 60, we talked about in the starting, 60 is a cutoff point for if you are a CET student, if you are banking student. Fine. So from my student point of view, the target is very simple. You have to target double what other people are doing. See, end of the day, it's a competition. You're not talking about, it's not about just passing the exam. You have to top the exam. You have to stay ahead of the competition. Yep, this is still round 1, still easier. Round 2, your scores are going to be added till the end. Yeah, so you have to maximize your score. Now, interview में कम marks भी आए तो भी you can pass. Alright, so that's a logic section. There will be 35 marks का logic section. Alright, so in this section, out of 35, again your target should be 20 questions. Yeah, and trust me, you can touch 20 questions. Alright. Moving to the last section, quant is fairly new in bank PO, but if I look at the other PO exams, other bank exams and other exam like CAT, MBA entrance exam, mainly focus is on arithmetic. By arithmetic I mean the first 4 here: percentages, ratios, averages, mixtures, all these things. So probably around 20 questions I'm expecting from these 4 areas. Geometry 5 questions, permutation combination 5 questions, and data interpretation 5 questions. So these are going to be 35 mark ka paper. Yep. So you have to focus on the maths as well. Fine. So out of 35 marks, normally people are not very good in maths. So your target should be attempt of around 15. Yep. So that's what I think should be an ideal attempt, which you have to do. Fine. So same within this as well, we have the shortcuts for everything, for percentages, ratios, in which you don't even need to touch your pen with all the speed and all. For example, data interpretation, we have the workshop called DI without pen, in which it will take you half the time on what you normally take. Fine. So all these details about our programs is given on our site as well. So please go to our site cetking.com. Fine. And this is going to be a breakup of 35 questions, which you're going to target. Alright, so in quant section, your target should be 15 to 20 questions. In verbal section, you can easily attempt 20 questions. In logic section, again, you can attempt 20 questions. So your target attempt have to be 60. जिसमें से अगर 5-10 क्वेश्चन रॉन्ग भी हो गया, still 50 plus you are scoring, so that you clear the cutoff. Fine. So if you are a banking student, if you are planning to join us or otherwise as well, your target should be attempt of 60. Yep. And this is your target score. This is not the cutoff, this is your target score for. So out of 100, your target should be 60 marks. So in 60 minutes, your target is to solve or do 60 questions right. Fine. So that you can easily clear the cutoff for the round 1. Fine. My expected cutoff would be around 30 to 40 marks. Fine. 30 would be the right cutoff. That's what I think. But obviously, we should target more. So target have to be 60. Fine. That is going to be your target for the round 1. So all the best. If you're planning to join any of our program, you can go to our website cetking.com or call us on these numbers. See, we have the online programs for all India level with shortcuts and everything. So all the best.